Ooni of Ife's wives are highly disappointed and feels humiliated over what Kabiyesi did and said to them recently. You know that when the information came to them that Queen Naomi will not be returning back to the palace, they started jubilating, as in they started thinking that they have win at last. I'm sure whoever that must have planted that cow head on Queen Naomi's chambers will be saying, yes, she did a great job right now. Hey, they said after their announcement that Queen Naomi will not be returning back to the palace, they said Kabiyesi have to summon the wives. And they were thinking to hear good news that right now, since Queen Naomi will not be coming back to the palace, they can come back and all of that because they believe so much that the reason why Kabiyesi wanted them to live in the Lake Olori mansion is because of Queen Naomi. Even though Queen Naomi is one of the reasons, but that is not the major reasons. Because they are beginning to cause drama every now and then in the palace. And most of the times, they might have visitors and they will be embarrassing Kabiyesi and embarrassing themselves in that palace. So it's better that they leave, you know. So when Kabiyesi summoned them, they say if you look at their face, they were happy, they were like expecting good news that maybe they should return back to the palace or maybe the restrictions will be cancelled. You know that Kabiyesi have given them enough restrictions. They said Kabiyesi have restricted them in such a way that they no longer feel that comfortable and they're happy in that marriage. But you know that they know that it is what is going to be. It is going to be suffering and smiling. So they were highly disappointed when they were expecting Kabiyesi to tell them that the restrictions have been cancelled or been lifted, only for them to hear more. They said Kabiyesi have told them that you see the restriction that he have said earlier, that it remains the way it is. Even though Queen Naomi will not be coming back to the palace right now, that they should all stick to the rules and regulation. And Kabiyesi have also added to them that they should be seeing him twice in a month. And they said if you look at their faces, you'll find out that these people, they are highly disappointed and they feel humiliated. They said they were telling Kabiyesi, Kabiyesi, this is not what you promised us. And they said Kabiyesi told them that the kind of basgos that you people are giving to me, that is not what you promised me when I wanted to marry you. When the marriage was about going on, you guys promised me peace and love and affection. And only Dr. Elizabeth have been the only ones keeping to that promise. That instead of you people to give me the peace that I seek, all you give me is trouble and trouble and trouble. All you give me is problems, ganging with my enemies to fight me, ganging with my enemies to seek for my dethronement. And they said Kabiyesi speak out of bitterness. They said the way Kabiyesi speak to them, I'm sure they'll be regretting ever coming to that meeting. If they have known that that is going to be the outcome of the meeting, they might not have attended the meeting at all. But the Kabiyesi told them that henceforth, that none of them should, as in, go close to Queen Naomi or say anything to Queen Naomi, that the days that you guys usually send messages, threat Queen Naomi, send people, that if you try it this time around, you are going to face him squarely more than ever. That this is no longer business as usual. They said they were just looking. They were disappointed. They were all disappointed. The only person that is not that disappointed happens to be Dr. Elizabeth, because Dr. Elizabeth have shown Kabiyesi nothing but love and support. And that is what every good woman should give to her husband. Dr. Elizabeth have been supporting Kabiyesi, knowing that it will be unfair for a king as big as Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi is a great king. Oh. Kabiyesi is a very big king. To have his only son outside, it's not as if he cannot take care of his son. So it simply means that he cannot protect his son. It simply means that he cannot take care of his son, and yet he is a king. You see, this is what I'm sure. Whenever Dr. Elizabeth thinks about it, he wants Tadenikawo to come into the palace so that Kabiyesi will feel the happiness. Because the Kabiyesi is telling the women here that the reason why all the restrictions should be the way it is because Tadenikawo will be coming into the palace more often this time. Yes, even though Queen Naomi will not pack into the palace, that she will be bringing Tadenikawo more often than before. And for that reason, they don't want any form of distraction. They don't want to hear any form of stories, you know. Because the other day we heard that Queen Naomi brought Tadenikawo to the palace, and at some point they said that Tadenikawo was seen with Igbi. I don't know how true that story is, but you know that anything is possible with these people. Had it been, it is possible for Kabiyesi would have make Queen Naomi to come back and stay in his own chambers. But it is against their culture and tradition. They said the elders, if you see the kind of exclamation that happened when Kabiyesi suggested that if that Olori quarters is going, if that Yeyoluwa quarter is going to stop Queen Naomi from coming to the palace, that he is ready to allow Queen Naomi to stay in his chambers. They said the elder shouted, "Hello, abomination!" That is not going to happen. Reason is because Queen Naomi is a woman who sees her period. So the possibility that whenever she is seeing her period and stays around Kabiyesi, that is going to weaken Kabiyesi and destroy a lot of charms and everything in the palace for them. And whether Kabiyesi meet her at that period or not, that it is going to weaken Kabiyesi and expose him to all these evil arrows. That it is not even safe for Kabiyesi one bit. It is not safe, in as much as he is trying to tell them how he feels about his wife returning back to him, that he is not happy about the situation right now, thinking that maybe it is now beginning to look like the wives have win him in this battle, that Queen Naomi did not come back again, you know. But they said Queen Naomi too was the one who knelt down and begged Kabiyesi that is not going to be a good decision, considering his belief and the other things that are involved. He is a custodian of their culture and tradition. He has a lot of things under his care, of which a woman's menses can, destroy and all of that. The second Naomi pleaded with him that, look, I am your wife and have come to stay. And even if it takes us another 10 years, we are going to come back together. But for now, let's take it slowly. All you need to do is do what you need to do and leave the rest to God. The second Naomi was the one who begged him, and at the end of the day, they were able to conclude that Queen Naomi will not be returning back to the palace, but she will be staying in the royal mansion in Lekki with Tadenikawo for now, until he is able to fix a place in the palace for them to return. So when he told the wives that for the fact that that Queen Naomi and Tadenikawo will be coming more often into the palace, that all the restrictions are still the way they are, that they have 2 days in a month to see him. Yeah, they said the wives were like, they say some of them started crying. But that is not what matters. What matters is that they disrespected their husband and they receive it woto from him. Anyway, guys, I want to remind you that these are all alleged information, okay? Always bear that in mind. Give me a thumbs up and share my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Bye.